For real though, Mace got real dough. The being briefcases, cats kill foe. All right, well, hi everyone. Okay, let me see. Oh, this is two. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Let's turn this off. That looks better. All right, good. Hi, that song was called "Strangling Kittens." Good to be with you. Good to be with you here today. Hi everyone. Hi. Yeah. Wow, we got a lot of people in here. A lot of people in here. 258 people. This is live stream for vengeance. This is live stream for vengeance. How are you guys? Yeah, I am looking jacked today. I am looking jacked. Just had a good time. Andrew and I just took some time to just lie around and watch some YouTube. She discovered the triggered feminist, or not triggered feminist, triggered SJW stuff on YouTube. She had no idea that existed. I was like, what do you think YouTube is, sweetheart? YouTube is almost entirely videos about triggering feminists and SJWs. That's what's so wonderful about it. She was like, oh my God, this guy was on the news and this woman was like, why don't I get paid equal for work? And he's like, because you'd be happier at home. And she went, what? And he went, ha 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 ha, ha. And she was so happy about it. She was so happy about it. Yeah, lie around. Well, it's good stuff. So she's really excited about YouTube. And then I went into Hard Bastards chat. Hard Bastard is one of my favorite YouTubers. He is basically he just reads the news. He's got yeah, he's got the news. I like it. I like the way he reads the news. Fox Drake 360 says going to library too! Exclamation point. What, you are or what? You should go there. I mean, you should definitely go there. Yeah, of course Andrew is a Trump gal. Of course. Hey everyone, Kyle Ritter needs 10 subscribers to hit 1,000 if you don't mind. Do you mind? Do you mind oh yeah. Follow Kyle Ritter, please, or subscribe to him on YouTube. Wild C points out that you're a fucking straight white male. Yeah, that is what's his name? What is that SJW's name? He is hilarious. That guy is hilarious. And they did a whole documentary about how he still lives at home with his mom. I love that guy. That guy just cracks me up. Andrew Rotten, thank you for $5. Uncle, I'm trying to explain a soy boy to a friend. Can you give me a quick example of a soy boy? Well, I mean, we do that here. That's part of what we do on this channel. We do talk about soy boys and what they are. So let me just fix that quick, and we'll zoom out. That is a soy boy, right there. They all look like that. All soy boys look like that. Now, have you ever met someone who looked like that? Of course you have. All soy boys, just about, except for Aid Skrillex. Aid Skrillex doesn't look like that. But yeah, that is what a soy boy looks like. They are contemptuously sarcastic and snotty and snarky. They are very feminine in their approach towards other men, in the sense that, they're catty. They're catty. I can't even explain it in any other word. They're just catty. They do exist everywhere. Yeah, they're a pain. And you can't confront them. They're not like men. You can't confront them like normal men. You can't. They're not normal men. You have to almost think of them as super snarky feminist women. And that's the only way. That's the only way to deal with them. Oh, it looks like Kyle is at 1,007 subscribers. I want to thank you guys to that for that. Uh, yeah. Okay. So my soy boy's mouth here is closed. That's the soy boy smirk. That's the Soylent smirk. The Soylent grin is the update. Is the open mouth. That's when you just like hang your mouth wide open. That's the Soylent grin. That's the other thing that soy boys do. It is highly disturbing. Highly disturbing. All right. So what are you guys saying here? Yeah. Do I have any updates about Gunn? About James Gunn? No. Somebody sent me this weird thing though. Uh, apparently, Jack Probasek, I guess his name is. He's on YouTube. He posted a blind item that apparently in 2012, a director who has recently been fired, who has garnered some sympathy from a small contingent of fans. Um, it turns out in 2012 he was discovered to have child pornography, and but it was in relationship with another guy, another case, and for some reason they decided to let him off. That's what they're saying. Jack Proboscis. Yes. I don't know. He posted that, and I just went, okay. I don't know how real that is. I'm sorry. I just, I don't want to. You don't want to kind of lend too much credence or weight to something like that. That I mean, not even. How would anybody know that? How would anybody know that? That's just impossible to know. Um, Ryan Johnson did delete 20,000 tweets. I think I'm under the impression that that is going to be Disney policy, and if it's not Disney policy, people who are working for Disney should just should bear that in mind. Uh, you should just do it. I mean, at this point, I just feel like you should delete all of your tweets if you're going to work. If you worked for a Nickelodeon Junior or Disney XD, or if you worked in any kind of industry that created entertainment content for kids, at this point I do think it would be a good idea to mind your social media, and also, yeah, just go back and delete the living hell out of everything, of course. I mean, because people will discover it. I do think that what you post on Twitter uh, should I think it's fair that what you post on Twitter, give your employer second thoughts about who you are and who they're employing. I know that there are some liberals, not liberals, SJWs now. Their tactics have been turned against them, and they are crying foul. They're crying and screaming to holy hell about how this is unfair, and how conservatives are now no better than SJWs. Well, of course we are. We're way better than SJWs just because of the things that we believe. Well, just because we employ some of your tactics now to get you removed from places where you do harm, that doesn't mean that we are morally inferior to you. No, we're still very much morally superior to you. Still very much so. It's just that you're hard to remove. And frankly, if you are tweeting about child pornography or kiddie porn or anything like that, you shouldn't. Yeah, somebody's got to remove you. You got to go. That's what the trebuchet is for. The very idea of the trebuchet. Douglas Hickle, thanks for $5. A typical soy boy can be found at Seattle Starbucks on their laptop. On whose laptop? I mean, that's the question. They're going to be sitting on somebody's lap. But yeah, you can find. Most soy boys are in Seattle, though. I think 9 out of 10 males in Seattle will turn out to be soy boys, and that's okay. Hi, Kyle Ritter. How are you? It's good to see. Let me say hi to Kyle. Hi, Kyle. I got to type it in. Hi, Kyle Ritter. Love you, pal. Got to send Kyle Ritter some love. It's important. Everybody should. Absolutely. Yeah, burn them at the stake. Why not? I said the other day, I said, is it okay? Does it make sense to punch a pedophile? Is it morally just to punch a pedophile? I mean, we had that whole question in 2016, 2017. Uh, you know, is it okay to punch a Nazi? Well, I mean, they answered yes, and they're they don't require much evidence. They don't require much proof to decide who's a Nazi and who's not. I think we should have employ the same methodology of determining who a pedophile is, and then we should obviously you punch pedophiles. Obviously you punch pedophiles. WK wants to know if it's okay to cheer a Nazi punching a pedophile. That's tough. That's tough. I don't really know. Darth Merlin says, "Don't punch anybody, Ethan," in all caps. Well, I'm just, it's a theoretical thing. It's theoretical. I don't know if I want to punch anyone. Not really. Maybe a little bit. All right, I do. I do want to punch people. Kyle Ritter, he says, "I love you too, pal, and love to you all." Okay, good. Joe Man says, "No calls for violence, please." No, this is just theoretical. Is it okay? Is it okay to punch a pedophile? Uh, it's just, I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying, is it okay? Is it morally justified? That is the question that SJWs were asking directly after the election. It's a question that we should be asking now. It's always okay for trebuchet. Always okay. It's always okay. Let's see. Is it okay to? So somebody points out that it's probably okay to cheer a Nazi punching a pedophile when they're both tied to the trebuchet. Yeah, because it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter at that point. It doesn't matter. It's morally justified. Is it legally? It's not legally justified. It's not legally justified. Well, that's okay. That's right. I think that's probably fair to say, and it's probably fair to say the same thing about punching quote unquote Nazis too. Let's talk about San Diego Comic-Con. I did a video. San Diego Comic-Con was not San Diego Comic-Con. People are saying that, well, I mean, it wasn't that great. It wasn't that great. That's a concern of mine. San Diego Comic-Con is kind of the center, the beating heart of the comic book industry. San Diego Comic-Con is the comic convention that everyone goes to, except for me. I don't go. But everyone goes to that convention. It's important that they do because that's where all of the big announcements happen. That's where all the wheeling and dealing happens. No, I wasn't there, Ben Pachetti. I didn't kill Comic Con. I had nothing to do with it. I had nothing to do with it. Swift Raptor says hello from the UK. Uncle E, hello Swift Raptor. I hope things are good over there. So when is Frog Con? That's a good question. We should have a Frog Con. Billy Ritchie, thanks for $4.99. What do I do with my SJW side? My family. I've been avoiding family gatherings for months, and it's been ruining my relationship with my mom. Oh, your mom's an my mom's kind of an SJW too. No, she's a liberal. She's not an SJW. I said, you voted for Obama, Mom? And she said, yes, I did. I was like, she got all like kind of upset about it. She got teary eyed. She was so proud of it. Like it meant so much to her to vote for Obama. I was like, just vote for Mitt Romney. She's like, no, I like Obama. I think he's a good man. Well, he's not a good man. He's not a good man. Brandon Riggle, thanks for $2. How about the Godzilla trailer? The Godzilla trailer was smoking. It was smoking. I am so happy about the Godzilla trailer. It looks fantastic. I loved Mothra. Ghidorah is in it. Apparently, it's gonna be a blast. I can't wait to see it. I'm waiting mostly to see Godzilla versus King Kong. I'm an enormous King Kong fan. Love it. Love monkeys. I'm into it. Yeah, Godzilla is great. Big Boss JC says Mark Hamill is sadly a huge SJW. Wrong. He's just a leftist. He's not an SJW. There is a difference. There's a difference. SJWs moralize while they're hurting people. They want to torture and torment people that disagree with them. They want to set fire to things. They want to smash windows. They want to send mass emails and harass your employers. SJWs will seek to isolate you. SJWs are terrible, terrible people. No, they're terrible people. Now, liberals just say, hey, fuck Trump. And that's different. You can say that if you want. I said that about Obama. You can say fuck Trump. That's fine. That doesn't make you necessarily an SJW. SJWs do say that, and that's a big part of who they are. But simply being opposed to conservative policies does not make you an SJW. And we need to separate that. We need to make that clear because we love our liberals, we love our left wingers. We want them to buy our comics. We want them to be a part of our community. What we want to do is we want to get rid of social justice warriors who seek to destroy everything around them. Frank V, thanks for $5. Uncle Ethan, how much do you bench now, bro? Just 160 pounds now. 160 pounds, multiple times though. I don't know. I haven't tried to max out. I don't know if I could do 200 pounds once. I'm not going to try it because I don't have a spotter. I mean, if you came over here and you wanted to spot me, then that would be okay. Hi, Bobo Vasquez. I might try to max out at that point. Bootsy says Gamera is a friend to children. Yes, he is, and he tastes like turtle meat, or he's made of turtle meat. So that is, I love Gamera. Gamera. Big Boss JC says he talks about Trump constantly, but I hope you're right, EVS, because I love Mark too. Yeah, he's just a liberal. He's too old to be an SJW. He's not an SJW. Do you see him shave his head and dye it blue? He's not like that. Get Andrea to spot you. She can probably lift more anyway. Yeah, probably. Hey, look, speaking of me and Andrea, so we went to go see Val Kilmer, and we went to get him to sign a couple of things. But before that, Andrea wanted me to take her to the Val Kilmer spoken word show. So I did that. I got tickets to the Val Kilmer spoken word show. And as it turns out, Val Kilmer had his wife or his girlfriend there, and she basically asked people who were in line to get his autograph. This was at a convention a month later, to just say hi to him because Val's a little under the weather. He's sick. He's sickly. He's got some kind of mouth. I don't want to say cancer. I hope it's not cancer. Something's up with him. He's not doing well. So she just wanted to go and ask fans to say hello. And that's what we did. She came out and pointed the camera at me and Andrea and Ava. And we ended up today, he posted a thing on his Facebook that said, I have some of the best fans. And Andrea was like, oh my gosh, we made the reel. It was only like a minute long. It was only a minute long reel. But we made it. So check this out. Press play here. Oh, you know what? I'll put the volumes all the way down. I have some of the best fans ever video on Facebook. I was going to put this on a video. But... These are other fans. There we are. So that was it. It was cool. We made the reel. I loved it. Yeah. It's very nice. Listen, it was an honor to be a part of that. It's an honor to be a part of that. I'm looking real jacked. Well, oh my gosh, look at these people calling me fat. Calling me fat. Well, listen, I think I look good. I think I look terrific all the time. I'll tell you something. Val Kilmer, I brought him like 10 movies to sign. He's been in everything. He's been absolutely in everything. And he's wonderful. Look at all these people call me fat. How could you do this? These are toxic fans. You're absolutely right. Hold on. Slow down. There's tank tread. You're not fat. You look good, says XGal8. Thank you. You look great, says Marco Loda. You aren't fat. You're obese, says Rake Steele. Oh my gosh. You're not fat, EVS, says Jordan Street. It's all muscle, girthy. You look so Dutch. Yeah. A lot of people are just keen to just call me fat. All right, look. Moose Bauman says, compared to me, you are jacked. Yeah, Moose Bauman is a man, is like a human mudslide. Well hung in dong, thanks for £2.50. Could Cyberfrog beat SJW, Godzilla, and Tim Doyle? Of course. Andy Bell, thanks for $5. Good morning from Australia. It's 5 a.m. and I'm up early for some odd reason, probably due to excitement of starting first class of second semester today. That's good. Look at I can't even tell. You guys immediately just went to how fat I am. Hang on. But face reveal like this. You guys have seen my face a million times. How many more times do I have to do face reveals? Kathleen Kennedy calls me fatty. That's not nice, Kathleen Kennedy. Billy Ritchie, thanks for $1.99. What's up with you and Cummings on Twitter today? I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand what happened. But I kind of just, I gave up, I gave up on him. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I didn't understand it. Like, have you ever, like, first of all, you guys have seen Andrea. You guys act like everything's a reveal. Just because I don't always show my face doesn't mean I haven't. I show my face in like 1 out of every 10 videos. And you've seen me. Yeah. Okay. Uh, Edwin will be disappointed. All right. So, all right. What happened on your Twitter today? Says Gojirify. Let me remind myself of what happened. I don't actually know. Oh, okay. So there's a troublemaker. There's somebody who's pretending to be a fan, and he seems to be in Captain Cummings' ear, and like getting Captain Cummings riled up. And Captain, and he said to me something like, I can't even remember what it was that he said, but I did point out that Captain Cummings had apologized to me in private. Now the weird thing about it is that Captain Cummings, like, when I apologized to him, or when he apologized to me, I said, look, we need to get together and have a nice talk in public so that people can see that we're cool. And he never responded. He apologized to me. He said, you can tell your fans that I apologized or not. I don't really care. And I just said, look, we have an obligation to our fans. You can read it. He posted our little conversation, or he posted what I said to him. I said, it's important. It's important that everybody it would be okay. We're kind of at the forefront of a movement here. So people want to see you. People want to see us get along. Well, he said, you never accepted my apology. And it was weird. I was like, well, and not in so many words. I didn't say, I accept your apology. Um, but then again, like, you didn't ask me to. You didn't ask. Like, when I wrote to you, you didn't respond. Like, we keep having these conversations, and it's like one of us has a broken radio where I say something and then I don't hear back from there until 5 or 6 days later, when you come back angry about something that blows my mind. So that's kind of what's going on, and um, I don't know. I don't know what the motivation is. I looked at his Twitter page, and he's like talking to Moose Bauman. He's actually interacting with Moose. I can't see what he's saying because I have Moose blocked, and I just shook my head. It's weird. It's kind of like a friend who's gotten bitten by a zombie. Charco says he has no fucking phone. I don't talk to him on the phone. I've never met him. I've never met him. So I don't talk to him on the phone at all. And I would. I've had him in live stream, but he's not interested in doing a live stream kind of situation. He's not interested in talking to me at all. He's interested in talking at me and making accusations at me on Twitter. Look, I just don't have time. I mean, I just don't have time. Cummings is important to me, or he was important to me, but he's not that important to me. I can't just sit there and chase this dude. I can't. It's like, it'd be great if everyone kind of worked together. It'd be terrific if everyone pulled together for one common cause. It'd be terrific if there was no jealousy. It would be terrific if there was no envy, if people weren't backbiting and backstabbing and forming little cliques within this movement. Because the SJWs love it. And right now, they're forming little fake accounts and pretending that they're Comicsgate, and they're getting Captain Cummings all riled up and like, oh, Ethan's gonna just do this to you, and blah blah blah. I'm glad you see. Uh, that's what's going on right now to him, and he just, I don't know. I'm not in his head. I'm not in his head. So, all I can do is just kind of shrug. Yeah. Sketch Therapy says they're gaslighting him hard. Of course they are. He showed weakness. Now, the thing about it is that if you're, I will, they hated Captain Cummings more than they hated diversity in comics. Believe you me. I heard when I was still cool, or I thought I was still cool with like people like Dan Slott and Mark Waid. They hated Captain Cummings so much more than they hated diversity in comics, because diversity in comics made good points, and he was he kind of tread the line a little bit. He didn't always just jump over the line. Captain Cummings would jump over the line, and Mark Waid would be like, Mark Waid in particular hated Captain Cummings, hated him, and so everyone else, all the other SJWs hated him too. Um, so uh, being his friend was tough. There was one instance when I felt like he went too far. He said something like real over the top racist that just he aimed it at Mark Waid, and I had to lecture him, and I have lectured him before because I think he's like 10 years younger than me, and I was just like, you can't say stuff like that and then associate yourself with me. Do you understand? Like you can't be on this team and then talk about how I don't even want to say what he said, but you can't do that because they don't care about you, they care about me. So they kind of point that at me and say, "This is your friend," and he's saying racist things. So it hasn't always been easy to kind of keep to stay friends with him. But I mean, this is it. If this is how it is, this is how it is. Uh, yeah. Well, I mean, so I honestly, I'm just gonna ignore from here on out. I'm just gonna ignore them and just count on. I mean, this is what happens. I have friends who just stab me in the back, and they just decided to. And I'm always 100% perplexed by it. I'm always just like, what is going on? And then trying to talk to them about it and find out what's wrong. You realize that nothing's wrong between us. There's just something wrong inside them. Like this is what happened to Moose Bauman. This is what happened to Richard Pace. This is what happened to now, dear Captain Cummings. Something is wrong inside them, and I can't talk to them about it. I can't work it out. There's nothing I can do to fix it, and I don't want to feel like I'm trying to manipulate someone into being who I want them to be. If they've gone off the reservation and they're acting wackadoo and they're getting some kind of like chemical reward from it, if they're receiving, what is it called when you get rewarded that way, uh what's that, a dopamine, when you're getting a dopamine hit, yeah, dopamine hit, when you're getting a dopamine hit from getting all this attention for being controversial. um what am I going to talk you out of it? I can't talk you out of it. It's just who you're going to be. So yeah. Sadly, I have cut off Captain Cummings for good. For good. It's just, what can you do? Yeah, it's sad. I'm not happy about it, but you can't. I can't be looking over my shoulder all the time. I mean, these people are like, if you didn't want a knife in your back, you shouldn't have turned your back to me. It's like I can't have that around me all the time. I need people who are strong, who even if you don't love me, you love this movement and you love this cause, and you want to be a part of it, and you care about comics, and you care about creating, a new method of getting comics to people. I mean, that's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. When we're having a fundamental argument, when we're having a fundamental argument about whether or not SJWs should be kept out of our comic movement, then we are miles and miles apart. Like that's the one thing that we should agree on. The one thing that we should agree on is SJWs should not be here. They shouldn't be a part of this. Of course not. They started the problem. They caused the problem that we're trying to fix. If we bring them in here, they're just going to do the same thing. I mean, that's what do beavers do? Beavers make dams. If you take a beaver out of a stream and you put them on top of the Empire State Building, they're going to try to make a dam on top of the Empire State Building. SJWs are beavers. That's what they do. They make dams. You bring them into our movement, they're going to fuck it up just the same way. Star Wars Antic says, I love beaver. Yeah, I agree. Angry beavers. So, Rokavir, Death of Beavers. Yeah, I know, I know. I don't. So, all right. Let me read some of these super chats and kind of try to collect my thoughts because this is new. This is something that happened today, and I kind of talked to Andrea about it a little bit, and she kind of just went, "Well, what are you gonna do? You know, you gotta move on." Um, yeah. Andrew Roten, $2. Uncle, would you rather drown or burn to death? I love questions like that. Drown. I'd rather drown. Momentary panic, but I wouldn't feel my body kind of being destroyed. So I'd rather drown. Like you'd go through that, panic and your heart would start racing until you inhaled. But I think after that it would be okay. Burning would be like, you know, yeah, burning you would just feel like your body was being destroyed by extreme heat. I couldn't take that. Lucifer Love Monkey, thanks for $2. Cecil will spot you. He would if you were here. He's welcome to come over whenever he wants. Um, Andy Bell, hello, $5, thank you. Good morning from Australia. It's 5 a.m. and I'm up early for some odd reason, probably due to excitement of starting first class second semester today. Hey, good luck to you. Billy Ritchie, okay, that was the Cummings question. It's me, $2. Were you standing next to Wonder Woman? No, that's my beautiful wife, Andrea. Andrew Rotten, $2. Uncle, you are like a fine wine, better with age. Fortuitous Gaming, thanks for $5. Do you think that with Rian Johnson deleting tweets, the narrative of Star Wars fans are just being toxic is about to collapse, starting with him? No, they're two separate narratives. They're two separate narratives. Uh, there are two different questions. Are we misbehaving? That's one question. Question number two: Are Disney SJW directors, SJWs in general, who have invaded our hobbies, are they pedophiles? Are they bad guys? Are they criminals? That's a whole separate question. Um, I do not. I will emphasize this again. I don't think that Rian Johnson is a pedophile at all. At all. I never got that vibe off of him ever. So I don't think if he deleted his tweets, I think he deleted his tweets the same way Pablo Hidalgo did. Remember when Pablo Hidalgo kind of deleted his Twitter and then came out with a new one? I think it's because, hey, there might have been stuff there where it's like he was rude to some fans. We've seen him be rude to fans. So is that something that could get him fired? Maybe. He doesn't know. And why take the chance? So I think that's why he deleted his tweets. It's all part of just kind of protecting himself. As I said, the bad part about Rian Johnson deleting his tweets is that it indicates that he's still working for Disney. That doesn't make me happy at all. At all. All right, hold on. I got to drink water. I'm going to mute. You guys told me to mute. I'm going to mute when I drink. Okay, we're back, right? We're back. Don't say disgusting. You can't hear it. You guys are adding the glug glugs, but no, no, no. You didn't hear it, so don't even pretend. Um, okay. Okay, so Andrew Rotten, $2. Oh, okay, so we got that one. We got that one. Gojirify, thanks for $2. What happened on your Twitter today? Big fight with Captain Cummings. I think he tried to drag Doug Ernst in. Doug Ernst, I don't feel is my friend. I wish he was. I don't feel like Doug Ernst likes me very much. I think he agrees with Captain Cummings, but he doesn't want to get in a fight with me, and that's fine. I don't want to get in a fight with him either. We have a good piece going on right now. I hope eventually it will turn into a real friendship. That's what happened on Twitter today, and what can I tell you? I'm just I muted Captain Cummings so I wouldn't be tempted to. I'm not going to block him, but I muted him just so I wouldn't be tempted to get into it with him. Christopher Burkill, thanks for $2.99. Human Mudslide sounds like a comic book villain. Well, that's what he just reminds me of. Marsupial Gamer, thanks for $2. Just more Ethan to love. Your family is beautiful. Thank you. Did I look fat there? I don't know. I looked in the mirror today. I was like, I'm not that fat. What are they talking about? Grendel fan 84, thanks for $4.99. Good afternoon, Uncle Ethan. What are the odds Disney changes their decision and unfires James Gunn due to pressure from fans and actors? Uh, 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 uh. That's a good question. It's hard to say in this day and age. I would say the responsible answer is 0%. There is a 0% chance that they would do that. Because the tweets don't go away, the stories don't go away. They will still receive. It's kind of like, uh, it's kind of like, is it worse to endure the heckling of SJWs, or is it worse to endure the outrage of parents and normal people who are like, why are you employing this guy? That's the question. I don't think I think he's got to stay fired. I think he's got to stay fired, and I think what happens is Disney helps him find another job. I think Disney helps him find another gig. James Gunn doesn't have to be unemployed. He just can't work for Disney. It's not that hard to manage. Disney has tentacles everywhere. So go put James Gunn somewhere where he can do movies for adults, and he can be himself. I mean, this isn't really like the end of the world for people who like James Gunn movies. This isn't the end of the world. He just doesn't belong at Disney. He shouldn't be making movies for kids. He could make westerns. He could, you know what I mean. Get out there and make movies for grown-ups. So you're obviously you have. Well, I don't know how adult you are, but I don't know. You just can't work for Disney. I would say the chances are zero, but I'm prepared to be shocked and disappointed. Braxton Deal, thanks for $5. Hey Ethan, when's the last date we can pre-order Cyberfrog? 7 days from now, or 6 days from now. Cyberfrog, 7 days. Okay, so a week from today, that's it. I don't think I'm going to keep the store open. I think I'm just going to end it. We've already sold so many copies of Cyberfrog. Oh my gosh, it just jumped up again. We've already sold so many copies of Cyberfrog that I'm happy where we're at. Andrea and I have to fulfill this many orders, so we're just gonna cut it off. So if you haven't ordered Cyberfrog yet, oh, 6 days left. It says okay, 6 days left. If you haven't ordered Cyberfrog yet, now is the time. I mean, you got to do it in 6 days, or you're gonna kind of miss out. I hope that's okay. I feel like leaving it open that extra month, kind of accounted for people who were like, "Hey, it's going to take a while for me to get the money together." I hope that was you. I hope that if you wanted to do it, you're able to do it. But 6 days and we're done. Midnight Cherry TV, thanks for $2. Only trust Kyle Ritter, Anti A, and Nurkish. Yeah, you know what? Nurkish is a loyal friend. I think I've never met him. I don't know. I think he's a good guy. I don't think he's the type of guy who would go rogue out of jealousy and stab you in the back. And I know people like that. I know people like that. I don't think that's him. Mr. Medicare says, "Hey, never have any online friends. Never have any online friends because they will all stab you in the back." That's bleak, I mean, that's really bleak, but I'm seeing a little bit of reality to that. I'm seeing some truth to that. Um, Still in all, you know, what can I tell you? Billy Ray, thanks for $5. Thanks for supporting the Hard Bastard channel. Yeah, he just followed me on Twitter just 1 second ago. I love Hard Bastard. When my channel was still kind of small, I'd watch him almost every day, and I wanted to check in on him today and see what his show was like. Fortunately, it's still the same. He's still great. I would like to have him on my channel, and we can talk politics and comics, because we're allowed to do that now. I'd love to talk to him about it and see what he thinks. He's great, and so is Aiden Paladin. I always see Aiden Paladin on his show, and I love them both. So thank you for $5. Paul Mail, thank you for £5. Friends agree and disagree, but never stab each other in the back, man. I know, I know. One of the things that I talk about is that loyalty is the most important quality in a friend. I mean, you have to be loyal. Disloyal people are despicable. I can't stand disloyal people. They are. We made it. So check this out. Well, they're completely not admirable. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah. Let's see. Coat hanger says Uncle Ethan could have reached 500K a week ago if he didn't have nut riders to help. Nut riders. What are nut riders? Um. Yeah. I don't know. All right. So, Marsupial Gamer, thanks for $2. Should chat with Hard Bastard about this. He's seen backbiting. Really? All right. So I'll talk to him about that. Evil Paradigm, thanks for $2. Holy hell, the beaver thing is killing me. LOL. I got that from Adam Carolla. Adam Carolla talks about what beavers do, and it's a really really good analogy. James Wood, thank you for $10. Don't worry about it, EVS. In 10 years, you will be the one remembered for being the champion of the consumer, and Cap will have faded into nothingness. Well, Bobo Vasquez, thanks for $2. Ruin Johnson deleted his tweets. Yeah, he did. He did delete his tweets. And that was probably smart. It's smart of him to do that. He's going to take a hit. Like, people are going to say, well, what did he delete? Well, that's a short-term problem. I mean, long-term, people were going to pour through. If you looked at 4chan, a thing that I saw on 4chan had, oh my gosh, I got to show you this other thing. Okay. 4chan had this thing where they announced that they were going to go after, like, they had information, they suspected a few people of being pedos, and Rian Johnson was on the list. And I was just like, Rian Johnson surely must have seen that. And he must have panicked. And that must have been one of the reasons why he thought, look, I don't want 4chan coming after me. Nobody wants 4chan coming after them. That is dangerous. That is dangerous because 4chan doesn't mess around. And speaking of 4chan, check this out right here. I was going to save this for later, but I'll hit you with this sucker now. This is hilarious. You want to talk about a James Gunn update? Okay, I got to back out as much as I can. All right, and I'll blow this up. So, you want to see this? Do you guys want to see what James Gunn did? This is hilarious. This is absolutely hilarious. All right, so so somebody shows up on a 4chan thread about about what happened to James Gunn, and responds. Okay, he responds to this. This is hilarious. So this guy shows up and goes, "So what if he is? Kind of funny how racist douchebag Ben Shapiro goes on a rant about me, and now, by sheer coincidence, a racist website launches a full-scale attack on the guy for some stupid shit from forever ago. Guy's a decent director that told some off-color jokes a long time ago. I don't think that's a good enough reason to burn him at the stake. Whoops. Whoops, James Gunn. You're bad. Dude just said..." See, the thing about 4chan is that you're anonymous. Everyone's anonymous. So you can pretend to be anyone that you want until you accidentally self-reference. And suddenly it's pretty clear to the geniuses at 4chan. They're like, look at this. About me. I mean, they just pull out. They go, "Hi, James." Gotcha. Gotcha. If he deletes it, it'll be just like Kirk Eichenwald. LOL. You're not in very good company, James. About me, and then he deleted it. He did delete it. And he said, "Have you ever witnessed an underage sex at a Hollywood party?" And then, of course, he did delete it. Now they're making fun of him. Ah ha ha, he fucking did it. Ah ha ha ha. Holy shit, is this deleted? Why no links work? And this guy, "Saved. You're fucking finished, James. Ah ha 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 ha." Okay. I don't know. I don't really know. But here they are laughing and celebrating. Laughing and celebrating the fact that they caught James Gunn trying to stick up for himself, trying to change the narrative, about himself on 4chan. And good times. Very good times. Yeah, Bryan Singer is on that list. I think he's for real. I think Bryan Singer's legit. I think he's legit. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know if that's real or not, but it seemed pretty real to me. It seems pretty funny. All right, so let's keep looking here. E-Man, thanks for $5. Just the fact that Cummings tweeted at DNC that he wouldn't support Iron Sights because he has no faith in him is very telling about how loyal he is. I didn't see him do that. That's not very nice if he did. Evil Paradigm, thanks for $5. I've met a good number of internet friends in real life. Just have to be cautious. Yeah. Edwin Boyette, thanks for $4.99. How are you, Edwin? Friendship takes time to develop. There's no shortcuts. Some of the mechanisms of friendship aren't present in online interactions. I know. Let me get Soy Boy in the image there. Yeah, they're not. And, you don't know. I mean, the the thing about it is that you can't really, when you don't talk to someone face to face, there are all these kind of human signals that get lost when all you're doing is reading someone's words or hearing secondhand, all this stuff. A lot of it just kind of gets lost in translation. You really do need to spend time, with a friend. But then again, I mean, I wouldn't just knife someone in the back like that just for no. I feel like it was for no reason. Gojirified, thanks for $2. Where's KK in all of this? In what the? I have no idea. I don't think she's guilty of anything. Chris Clark, thanks for £5. Look up Dan Harmon deleting his Twitter over the baby video. Yeah. Okay, so Dan Harmon, creator of that stupid show that everyone likes. What's that show? What's the show that Dan Harmon does? Yeah, Edwin is the man. You're right. Well, whatever that show is, the one with Pickle Rick. Yeah, Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty. I've never watched it. Everybody tells me I should watch it. I have no interest at all. So Rick and Morty, the guy who created that, Dan Harmon. There's a video of him having sex with a baby doll, like simulated. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I haven't watched it. I don't want to watch it. But he has, in response, yanked down his he yanked down his whole Twitter. I was talking to Diversity in Comics about this. I was like, he's like, this is crazy. Like, this is really going to kill Twitter. It's going to kill social media. I'm not going to watch it. I have no interest in watching it. This is going to kill social media, but he said, and I said, no, it's going to kill SJWs. Because really, like, they dominate on Twitter. They absolutely dominate on Twitter. It's their platform. They do really, really well because they can just write these snarky 180. How many letters are you allowed to use now? Is it twice that? It's like 360. These snarky 360 letter, just quotes at each other. And it's not like this. Like this is free form. Like you really do have to. You speak extemporaneously, who you actually are and how you feel, and it will tend to get revealed on YouTube, the actual person that you are over the course of any period of time. In order to be a good YouTuber, you do have to upload daily content. We've kind of figured that out. I mean, they used to say, oh, at least a video a week. No, you have to be daily. I mean, to be a good YouTuber with a growing channel, you need to have daily content. So over the course of a number of months of uploading daily, people are really going to get a sense of who you actually are, which is why SJWs don't do well. SJWs do not do well on YouTube. They just don't do well. And we do. I mean, people who are normal people do really well on YouTube. If Twitter is mined, the way it can be for offensive content, and that offensive content can actually shed a further light on these people that kind of hide with their pithy little quotes and little tweets. If those are capable of convincing your boss to get you fired, people are going to wise up and they're going to leave Twitter. These SJWs are going to leave Twitter, and if they leave Twitter, that's pretty much the end of social justice warriors. They don't have another way to. I mean, they can go on Facebook, I guess, but I mean, even Facebook can be infiltrated. Uh, you know, um, I think that if Twitter goes because of this, that's the death of the social justice warrior movement. And Diversity in Comics liked my take on that. He said, "Well, I didn't think of it that way." Yeah, I think it's inevitable because you really weigh out the balance. I mean, everybody enjoys Twitter. People enjoy using Twitter, but okay, if Twitter means that you could possibly lose, like your whole life could fall apart, um, who in their right mind would keep their Twitter account going? Who would do that? Like nobody would. Uh, so yeah, I mean that. What happened to James Gunn? If James Gunn does indeed continue, if Disney doesn't hire him back, oh, and if some of these other people receive consequences also, they're going to get off social media. They're going to get off social media, and that is culture war victory like you wouldn't believe. I don't know. What do you guys think? Uh, Ro Kabir says, "I love the dopamine hit, bro." Cool. All right, so let's check this out. Let's keep going with this. Yeah, so Dan Harmon, he's I think if people have the energy to throw Dan Harmon out, he's in trouble too. Paul Mail, thank you for £2. Thoughts on Grant Morrison writing the new GL, man? Love it, love it. Grant Morrison 10 years ago came to me and said, "Boy, he's like, Green Lantern is really your wheelhouse, and like you really found your spot at Green Lantern." And I was flattered by him saying that to me. And the whole time I thought, boy, I wonder what it would be like to have Grant Morrison write Green Lantern. I mean, that's the next guy. It's obvious. If anybody were going to take over Green Lantern from Jeff Johns, it should be Grant Morrison. And so I'm happy to see it. I mean, I think I'm going to actually read it. Also, I like the artist a lot. I just I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be really, really good. I hope it's good. I hope it's good, and I hope it's a different turn. It's like, what is Grant Morrison going to add to the mythos? Is he going to use our characters? I mean, oh my God, can you imagine Grant Morrison writing, Atrocitus? I would love to see that. Or is he not? Is he just going to start, all over again and, you know, start from scratch? I mean, it's hard to say. Um, but I am. That's one of the good announcements that came from San Diego Comic Con was that Grant Morrison was taking over Green Lantern. I think that's really, uh, yeah, I think that's pretty healthy. I think that's great stuff. Um, yeah. All right. Let's see here. Where are we? Val Delinquent, thanks for $2. I missed it. Someone else stabbed you in the back. Oh yeah. Listen, go back and watch this again. Daniel Stone, thanks for 4.99. SJWs also have a short attention span. Um, do they? I don't know. I think they're like obsessive. I think SJWs are obsessive. They really stick to like a subject and they don't let go. I mean, they don't let go. Grendel fan 84, thanks for 9.99. Sorry to keep beating a dead horse, but this Captain Cummings about face seems out of the blue and odd. Is there some stuff going on behind the scenes with him that we're unaware of? No, there's not. Everything that you have seen, everything that's gone on, has been public. The only thing that wasn't public was what I said to him after he apologized to me, and now he made that public. And I don't know if you saw it. Let me see if I can even find it. Um, what I said to him, I thought was, I didn't think it would piss him off. Like it did piss him off. Like he thought I was lecturing him, and I mean I can be like that. I can definitely externalize, as Edwin says. Edwin says I externalize sometimes when I'm speaking. Uh, all right, so basically, I said, "Yo, Cap, you want to come on live and work it out or no? Fans would like it." I said this to him on the 16th of July. I just said fans would like it. I'd forgiven him. When I first saw his video, I said, "Hey, this is all unfixable. Just watched your video. Goodbye." And he said, "Go shill some more Star War, loser." Star War, one word. And then I said, like the next, I don't know, I said 3 days later, I said, "Hey man, let me know if we can talk." And he was on vacation. He said, "Thanks for reaching out. Now is not a good time because I'm currently on vacations. I'll let you know when I get back." And then on the 15th, that was 10 days later, I said, "What's up?" He didn't answer me. On the 16th, I said, "Yo, Cap, want to come on live and work it out or no? Fans would like it." Now, the reason why I did that was because 10 days earlier, he said, "Thanks for reaching out, but now's not a good time." So I said, "Okay, I'll wait a couple weeks until you get home from your vacation," and reached out to him. So I said, "You want to work it out live?" And he said, "Nah, man, I'm good." The biggest criticism I received on my video was that this all should have been done privately, and I think I'll take that advice. I saw that you has Nasser on the live stream and a few of the other things going on lately and see that you probably changed your mind on things. I had absolutely no idea what he was talking about there. Absolutely no idea. What do you mean? Nasser was on my live stream and so I changed my mind? Uh, I didn't change my mind on anything. I mean, that's just, uh, not at all. So change my mind on things. Now, I didn't ever think you had to promote anyone. I just seemed counterproductive talking bad about anyone. Anyways, I wanted to apologize in particular for the video. Obviously, that could have been done better, like the live stream or privately. I'd say that day was pretty hectic. You can tell everyone I apologized or not. I'm good with either. Okay, so he apologized. I don't know what he was talking about. I have no idea what he's talking about. Do you guys know? What do you think that means? I don't know. I think people have like, uh, let's see. Yeah, reread it. He said, I saw that you has Nasser on the live stream and a few of the other things going on lately, and see that you probably changed your mind on things. Now, I didn't ever think you had to promote anyone. So what it sounds like to me is he's saying that I probably was being stingy with my YouTube channel. Like I should have had more people on and promoted more people's successes. Uh, Rogue Kabir Kumar says, "Put on my clip." What clip? Um, and then he saw that I had Nasser on, so maybe I changed my mind, and suddenly I'm gonna use my YouTube channel to promote smaller comic comic book Indiegogos and bring them on. That was never something that I wasn't going to do. I mean, it's not like I just said I'm never going to do this, and then I went, well, maybe I'll do it. That isn't anything that I was doing. All right, so that was all in his head. That was basically all in his head. So I said to him, and this is what he posted today, and he got mad at me about. So he apologized. He said, he apologized. Now I did not come out and say I accept your apology. Um, I assume that that was like implicit or implied, but I should have just said I accept your apology. Uh, Yeah, I said I haven't changed my mind on anything at all. I'm still doing the same thing I've always been doing. People need to be forthright and upfront and work out differences privately when they come up. We're outnumbered 1,000 to 1, and all we have is each other. If we split up, we lose. Comics loses. The industry effectively becomes SJW controlled with no counter narrative. If you aren't my friend anymore, that's a hard pill. This isn't just bad for you and me. That disheartens a whole group of people who look up to us as leading voices of this cause. We can disagree about things here and there, but it's a bad thing for us to lose our bond. You stepped up to this a long time ago. Is this how you want it to go? Or do you want to mend fences publicly, diplomatically, and move forward together as partners and a bigger team? So that's what I sent to him, and that made him mad. And he posted that today. He didn't respond. That was Tuesday that I sent that. So that was like a week ago, and no response, no response. And then today he blasted me with it. He said I'm lecturing him. Ethan and Cummings have a bond. Well, we do. Of course we do. I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, that's what it was. That's what happened today. All right, let's go back to some. Yeah. Ethereus Fox, thanks for $2. Tumblr is the social justice homeworld. Yeah, but nobody uses Tumblr except for social justice warriors. So they can have Tumblr. I don't want it. Paul Mayall, thanks for £2. Thank you, EVS. So much love for GL. Yeah, I hope it does well. I think it will. I think it just needs some fresh blood, fresh energy. Should be good. Skilly Whidden, thanks for £2. Internet friends aren't real friends except me. All right, cool. Arcane City, thanks for $10. Gonna be releasing a hilarious visual novel soon. It's a parody of Doki Doki Literature Club, called Woki Doki SJW Lecture Club. Check out the Diversity in Comics or my Twitter for release. It will be free. Hey, that's great. That sounds like fun. Doki Doki Literature Club freaks me out. Nasser13, thanks for $2. Just got here. We are hashtag making comics great again. Of course we are. And good job, Nasser. I'm sure you're excited about the success of your book. Gojirify, thank you for $2. You can promote whomever you want. Yeah. Critias, $2. You're not obligated to do that, EVS. Detective Dead. Yeah, go look at Detective Dead and on Indiegogo. I'm probably going to back that one today. Microaggressor, thank you for €4 donation. I appreciate that. Darth Bobcat, thanks for $2. Cummings has lost it. He missed the wave, sadly. I don't think it's too late, but he ain't getting on the surfboard with me. We're just, we are not friends, and I will not forgive now. I'm done. And I don't know how many, it's like you kind of reach out a couple times, 4 times, you get smacked around. No, now I do not forgive. Now I move on. Yeah, it's true. It's sad. It's sad but true. By the way, Doug. Somebody mentioned Doug crossing his arms. Doug says that he crosses his arm because he has a back injury, and his crossing his arms actually adds comfort to his back, and so he was concerned that we not take that the wrong way. And I'm telling you, Doug hasn't done a damn thing wrong. Doug has been just fine. I don't know how Doug feels in his heart, but I mean, we are on good terms as far as I know. As far as I know, and I don't want to, I'm happy to have it that way. I'd rather have, allies than outright enemies. Now, Ethan, what would Edwin say? Well, I don't know what Edwin can say what he wants. Edwin is a good guy, but Edwin's not the one who's getting kicked around, over and over again by the same idiot. I mean, I don't know how many more times, I can forgive or reach out or attempt to mollify people who are nuts. What can I do? Midnight Cherry TV, thanks for $2. Support Nasser and Detective Dead. Made a vid on them. Oh, you did? You made a video on them? That's nice. That's good. Edwin would say smooth jazz. Yeah, he would. He would. Uncle Draw says, you reached out with a monologue? No, I didn't reach out with a monologue. I reached out over and over again and said, how can we talk? How can we talk? How can we, when, how? Which way? How would you like to talk about this? He doesn't want to. Yeah, that's too bad. Chili Peen asks, what if Uncle E's channel is the only thing left of mankind in the far distant future? That'd be weird. People would say, what the hell is this? Roddy Lee said, Ethan, is it just the captain is jealous of your success and quick rise? If anyone should be jealous, it's DNC, but he seems fine with everything. You know why? Because he's happy. Like, Zach feels good about himself inside. Like, he's just a happy guy. You talk to Zach, and he's like, he gets mad about stuff, but I mean, he's content with his life. He just kind of enjoys himself. He's loose. He digs it. He's just kind of being Zach. And, he's got a YouTube channel with 82,000, almost 83,000 people that he can speak to. Everyone knows who he is. He's got this kind of, infamy about him. He got a comic book. He made more than $250,000 on it. Man, I mean, so when you have all that, like, what's he going to be jealous of me? He's cool. He's fine. Gojirified, thanks for $5. He thoroughly burned his bridge. He and only him held the match and the gas can. You kept bringing buckets of water. Yeah, I don't disagree. No, I do not disagree at all. Ben Ponchetti says, I found you through Zach. Yeah, let me tell you something. And this is, I'll say it again. There's nothing more important for men. When it comes to guys, when it comes to boys, how we deal with each other, there's nothing more important than loyalty among friends, man. There's nothing more important than that. I'd go to hell and back with Zach. We have. It's like, I'm not. There have been so many times where it would have been more convenient, I think, to just kind of turn my back on him. But he's my friend. He's my friend. I'll never turn my back on him. I expect the same of him. That's the way it's got to be. And if you can't be that way, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's lame, dude. It's so fucking, I don't know. Truck my ad, thanks for $2. Vox Day says John Scalzi basically shunned at Worldcon. John Scalzi. I don't know. I know who Vox is. I don't know who John Scalzi is, and I don't know what Worldcon is. I'm sorry. Edwin Boyette, thanks for $4.99. You're square on this. You made an effort. If people want to remain angry, you can't resolve that. Thank you. So Edwin just kind of just gives me the okay. I feel like I really did. I made a good faith effort. Truck my ad, $2. Loyalty is royalty. Right on. I mean, that's the thing. If you want to be, if you want to be, a good guy. I mean, you gotta just be loyalty, or gotta be loyal. I read while I talk. The Wicked Truth X, thanks for $2. What's up with geeks and gamers supporting Gunn? I don't know. I mean, there are two ways to go on this, aren't there? You can go, hey, they're just jokes, and you got to make up your own mind. You got to make up your own mind. I don't know if either side is right or wrong. I wouldn't say that saying, hey, they're just jokes is wrong, unless it does turn out that he is a pedophile, in which case, whoops, I will err on the side of caution to the extent that I will say, I don't know if he's a pedophile. What I do know is that somebody who tweets things like that, and that's all over the internet about you, should not be working for Disney. That's what I know, because that's going to come up again and again and again for his entire life. And that's the mistake of what he did. If he doesn't, if he turns out that he's not, I mean, he's not somebody who has that in him, he made a lot of mistakes. He made a big mistake. And the cost of that is that he should not be working at Disney. That's the hill that I will die on. I think that's fair. I really think that's fair. Now, if you disagree with that, that's okay. I mean, there's there is I don't know. You can justify that. You can justify just saying, "Hey, jokes are jokes." I didn't know he was a stand-up comic. That's the other thing. It's just like, oh, what about these comedians fighting for the right to? I didn't know he was a stand-up comic of legend and repute. I had no idea. I thought he was a director. I thought he was a movie director. I didn't know he was a stand-up comedian. Maybe he is. I don't know. All right, I'm not gonna uh, stand-up weirdo. Uh, yeah, Edwin Boyette is the real deal librarian. I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all. There's your glug. And it's just water. I mean, it's just, I'm drinking water. Margaret Merkel says, I'm not buying the just jokes excuse. Here's the thing. Who could joke about that? Who could joke about that every day? I don't understand how people can joke about that every day. You're gonna. I mean, there are a lot of those jokes, an awful lot of them, and they all involve him. It's not like he was saying, "Hey, there was this other person who was a pedophile." It was like him saying that he himself was the pedophile. Uh, that is, I don't know how you excuse that. I don't understand how you can just deal with. I don't get it. I don't get it. Rome Gennaro says Ethan should do a beverage ad. Yeah, I should. It'd be great. Ro Kavir says, why are you thinking every day about effing kids? Yeah, why? Why would you think about that every single day? I mean, that's a disturbing thought to think about once. Why would you think about it every day and then think it was funny? I don't think it's funny at all. Captain Klutz, wow, thank you for 50 NOK. He may not be a pedo, but could inspire others. Are you such a public person? You have a responsibility. Right. You don't want to normalize it. That's the main thing. Haha, it's funny. It's cool. It's okay. We're talking about it. James Wood, thank you for $20. Hey, EVS, when is the next Comicsgate live stream? Tonight. Let's do it tonight. Let me get the guys. Let me see who wants to come on, and we'll go tonight. Yeah, I usually just have to give people time. I just have to give people time and warning to get ready for it. Yeah, the Norwegians love EVS. How you doing, Dom Casey? Good to see you in the chat. Dom Casey is someone who disagrees with me, but he disagrees agreeably. I like Dom Casey. Kyle Ritter says, I'd love to join on Ethan's live stream, which means I'd have to learn how to speak better. Yeah, how would you do that? How would you? Well, I've never heard Kyle speak, so I don't know. I don't know how, but we could figure out a way to have Kyle on. We got to. It's important. We just have a translator, I guess, behind him. Uh, Winmore is angry. Hold on, let me get your. Here we go. Winmore says, jumped way to conclusion on James Gunn, you fucking asshole. He's fine. Actors and directors are rallying around him. Fuck you, Ethan, in all caps. Such social justice warriors, social media bullshit. What conclusion did I jump to exactly? Where did I jump to a conclusion? I just reported on what was being said. I said that it made me uncomfortable, and it did make me uncomfortable. I don't think that's a conclusion that I jumped to. I didn't say he was a pedophile. I did say he deserves to be fired. And he did deserve to be fired. And guess who agreed with me? Disney. And I'm just one little YouTube channel. I'm not the reason why this happened. The whole media reported on this. They made it impossible. Impossible for Disney to employ him. Impossible. Now, I don't care that actors and directors are rallying around him. I don't care. I'd like to know what they're up to. I'm sure they have personal relationships with him. I'm sure they're worried about him. They don't need to be worried. He's going to be just fine. Talent is talent. He's very talented. He can work somewhere other than Disney. Those tweets were disgusting and inexcusable. They normalized pedophilia and child rape. They normalized pedophilia and child rape, Winmore, and just rape in general. Child abuse. They made fun of the most innocent, most harmless, and most vulnerable members of society, and they made it funny, ha ha ha, to sexually abuse them. Infants. 3 men penetrating an infant. Fuck you, Winmore. Sorry about that. But yeah, I do feel passionately about that. Jake Foley, thanks for $10. Hollywood uses people like Gunn to push the Overton window. Google it. To test the waters for deviant behavior. This time the test failed. The public wasn't ready for that level of degeneracy yet. Well, that's a thought. That is a thought. Yeah. Yeah, well, we're going to talk about James Gunn as long as he's a important part of what's going on in the world. It is it is a big thing. It's a big issue. How do we as society cope with that? Like, how do we accept that? Is that okay? Like, are we going to become so degraded, so degenerate that we're going to allow that to stand and just as a society just kind of go, hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's just jokes. It's just jokes. I don't think so. I don't think that's what we should be doing. I don't think that's what we should be doing. I think we should kind of, jump on that and make it shameful. And not only is it shameful, like it's costly. It's costly to talk like that. You can't do that. You can't normalize that kind of behavior. You can't do that. You can't make it funny. You can't make it a source of amusement for people. Zero Kills 29. Thanks for $1.99. We love you in Baltimore. I mean, me, no one else I know. It's probably true. Well, I mean, I love Baltimore too. I love the Baltimore Aquarium. I like going down there. Yeah. Well, we need a trebuchet, don't we? We got to get the trebuchet built. Soon we'll have diversity pedos in comics. We can't do it. At some point, you just have to say no. This is the line. No more. We're not going to pretend this is okay. This is a real thing, by the way. Go watch An Open Secret. This is a real thing. It's a real thing that happens to real kids. It's like it's not. This isn't. I know you think that this is a joke or this isn't real or this was just all in fun. This is absolutely real, absolutely real. And so it needs to be taken seriously, obviously. Areopagitician, thanks for $5. Winmore was wrong to take that tone. We all need to disagree respectfully. Well, that'd be nice. I don't know what to expect of people anymore. Winmore, I'm not going to keep reading your tweets. Or your not tweets, your little messages here. Should I read it one more time? I don't know. No, I'm not going to. No, fuck you, Winmore. One more time. I'm sorry, but joking about fascism and Adolf Hitler is not in the same ballpark as fucking infants. Okay, it's not the same. It's just not the same for a million different reasons. It's not the same. All right. You can joke about Hitler. People do it successfully, and they even do it in a funny way. Mel Brooks, for example, nobody has ever been funny about fucking kids. Sorry, it's a moral line, dude. Don't walk up to that line. Don't do that for your own soul, for the sake of your own soul. Don't do that. James Woods, thanks for $10. One or two is a bad joke. Over 10,000 is probably a pedo. Yeah. Obviously. Daniel K, thanks for $5. How many times would it take joking about shooting up a workplace before it started setting alarms off? Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean people, people react to that. That's a real thing. I mean that's people kind of go, well, wait a second, why are you joking about that? That becomes who you are. But I mean, not only that, it's like how many, if you walked into work and you constantly told like anti-Semitic jokes, if you told one anti-Semitic joke to me, I'd be like, okay, haha. You told two, and I'd be like, what the hell? Okay. If you told me three, four, five, six, and seven, I'd be like, you are an anti-Semite, and get away from me. That's the thing. I mean, that's how human beings respond. Stop trying to make people uncomfortable. Uh, I don't. Good Lord. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I just wonder what's going on. I hope for the best. Uh, Jeremy didn't defend Gunn. Okay, I don't know what Jeremy's. I haven't watched any of Jeremy's videos on this. I see he's made a lot of them, and he seems to have gone back and forth a little bit. In terms of what he how he crap about virtue signaling because I was disgusted by Gunn's tweets. I'm deleting my Twitter account, but yeah, I'll still follow you here. Oh, thanks, Laura. Yeah, there's no good reason to have Twitter really. I'm keeping my Twitter because I don't know, I can still promote things through it. You know, I'm learning how to use Twitter a lot better. Yeah. Oh, people are saying Jeremy in no way defended Gunn. All right, so that's, look, Jeremy supports the firing. People want to stand up for Jeremy at Geeks and Gamers and just make it clear that, yeah. Um, 10K tweets about pedo stuff. That is gross. Yeah, I don't know if all 10K of them were about pedo stuff. I just think that what they were is it's like 10,000 tweets plus. I mean, we don't know the exact number, but 10,000 tweets in a period of time. So it was like from 2009 to 2012, and something must have happened in 2012 that made him stop doing this. Okay, something in 2012 made him stop thinking it was funny and stop doing this. But he went back and he deleted that entire time period, probably because during that time period he had made countless awful, off-putting jokes. 2007 to 2013, Fox Drake says. Okay, so during that time period, let's just delete them all because it's like I was out of control. Like he was thinking, like during that time period, he was thinking that he was out of control, and so we delete all those tweets, and then hopefully we'll get them all. That's not to say that there were 10. Let's be fair, 10,000 tweets about pedos, but yeah, for that long of a period of time, I mean, for 6 years, he's tweeting a lot of really nasty stuff, right? I mean, um, yeah. My thing is, for him to say, "Oh yeah, this is fair, this is fine, this is fair," that makes me worried too because I feel like his whole thing, like if you were innocent, you'd be like, "Oh man, they're just jokes." I wouldn't go away quietly. I'd go away kicking and screaming, because that's my reputation. Unless I was actually guilty, in which case I'd be like, "Yeah, this was fair. This is fine. Me losing my job at Disney. Okay, all right, yeah. Oh, well, this is sad. Oh, poor me. You know what I mean? You kind of just accept the slap on the wrist of losing your job at Disney, and just walk away. Um, yeah. Um, What's that book called? Open Secret? Fox Straight? No, it's a documentary called An Open Secret. You can just Google An Open Secret and you'll get to watch it for free. It's like a 90-minute documentary. It's well worth your time. It will open your eyes, and if you're not already angry about this, and you like, that documentary will open your eyes to the scale of this problem, and then you will no longer take this lying down. Like, you're not going to sit there and say, well, it's just jokes. After that, you won't. You'll be angry after watching that video, and you'll be angry about it. Ro Kabir Kumar says, sickening, I cannot watch. God damn, there's no better man on social media than Ro Kabir Kumar. I'm so glad I met him. He makes me laugh every single day. Tim King, thanks for $2. He's a pederast, dude. Walter from Big Lebowski. Yeah, I know. 8-year-olds, dude. 8-year-olds. Bryan Singer is next. They mentioned Bryan Singer big time. Bryan Singer, from what I understand, was fired from everything. Is that true? Did I hear that correctly? That Bryan Singer has basically been just excommunicated from Hollywood because of An Open Secret. I don't know what he's working on. But yeah, absolutely. Singer should be done. Yeah, he is done. And what a Lara wants to know $1.99. Thank you, Lara. Can you really permanently delete tweets archived? People are talking about how you can still get them. You can't permanently delete them. Albert Quirky trying to start trouble. What the F? Jeremy is using Comic Arts Pro Secrets to boost his numbers, then throws Ethan under the bus. Jeremy has not thrown me under the bus. Jeremy's my friend. He's fine. And plus, he actually boosted my numbers. His channel shout out sent a lot of people my way. Early on, he said he really liked one of my videos, and it sent a ton of subscribers my way. It blew my channel up. So, if anyone, I'm riding on his coattails. Singer is making a movie with Kevin Spacey. Oh my God. Yeah. What the hell? Why not? Good. The fourth rule must be upheld. What's the fourth rule? When Johnny Rotten called out Seville in 1978, he was banned from the BBC. Yeah, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it, man. It's something else. They get really uneasy. And even with this, it's like they don't want to hear it, and they're going to defend it. They don't know, like, who knows what a pedophile looks like? They don't know what a pedophile looks like. Is it someone you know? Is it your friend? Like, they don't know. They hate to think it's someone they know. Anyway, can someone point me to Jeremy, please? Yeah, he's at Geeks and then like an ampersand Gamers. That's his YouTube channel, Geeks and Gamers. And it's pretty good. It's a good channel. T's Nut says 2 Big Macs and cheeseburger. I'm coming for you, EVS. I guess I just gotta starve myself. I gotta starve myself. Cruel Sorrow, Ethan, why is it that these weirdos seem to end up in places of power? It seems so messed up. Good question. Because pedophiles work the same way SJWs work. Once one gets in, they hire all their friends, because then you have a network of power. So, like, if one SJW gets in, they start to hire nothing but SJWs. Before you know it, the whole company is ruined. Same thing with pedophiles. You let one pedophile in, they're going to hire more pedophiles. They're going to be around more pedophiles who can get them what they need. I mean, watch the video, watch the documentary, watch An Open Secret. It's like they have a whole thing going on. They have a whole network going on. And it's not wacky. This isn't a Pizzagate style thing. This isn't like Paranoid. It's legit. It's well researched. It features interviews with people who are victims, the kids and the parents. You'll learn a lot. Chuck my ad, thanks for $5. Cernovich said, like Epstein, pedo revenge porn used to control and blackmail the entire industry. Whoa, I believe that. S. Gamble, thanks for $2. Nothing is permanently deleted on the internet. Yeah. That's true. Somebody's got it. Somebody's got it. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I don't think Rian Johnson's got anything to worry about. Do I believe in Pizzagate? No. Ethan will have donut double cheeseburgers for dinner. Coronas, thanks for $1.99. Milo Yiannopoulos talked about this serious issue. Oh, a bunch of SJWs came after me on Twitter about that. They're like, "Oh yeah, you're big deal talking about what's his name, James Gunn, but like, didn't you just invite another pedophile, Milo Yiannopoulos, to be on your channel?" And they thought that was a real good gotcha kind of thing. They're like, "Yeah, I did. I did invite Milo Yiannopoulos." The difference is Milo Yiannopoulos is a victim of pedophilia. He was saying that he is a victim. He makes light of what the abuse that he went through. As far as I know, he's never victimized anyone, and everything that he ever said about it was in line with his own manner of dealing, of coming to terms with his own victimization, not having victimized anyone else. And so that is pitiable. I don't think it's in the same category or league as this at all. And poor Milo, whatever. Cobra Viper, thanks for $2. Let the triple X T-shirt. Let in one triple X T-shirt. They let all the triple X in. That's probably true. Yeah, because if like a triple X T-shirt fits and it's comfortable, you're probably gonna bring more in. You'll probably bring more in. Um, you know. Fortunately, I don't need to. I'm fine with my XL. James Wood, thank you for $5. Hey, EVS, have you seen the responses the Guardians of the Galaxy cast have to Gunn, and if you have opinions? No, I assume they're all very sympathetic towards him. It's not easy, I mean, it's like, I don't. What opinion do I have? I've never met him, he's not my friend. So I don't have an opinion about it. I would assume everyone is like, oh no, our friend is in trouble. And, I sympathize. It's horrible. Um, but I think I think there's a state of shock. I think if it were revealed that he were actually an abuser, um, things would change. I think their attitudes would change. Finn's own brother said it was, or Gunn's own brother said it was too extreme. Yeah. I don't know. Chemical Mike asked a question some people want to know. Not trolling, but does Cyberfrog ever meet up with Keck? No. It's funny. Somebody tried to trap me, and this is how weird people. Again, SJWs are weirdos, man. So there's a whole SJW campaign called Comicsgate #Comicsgate Exposed, and #Comicsgate Exposed. What they basically do, and they'll get you guys if you are seen to be kind of like normal comic skaters that do a lot of stuff on Twitter. Maybe you'll get a DM from somebody who will pretend to kind of be sympathetic, and he'll go, "Hey man, how you doing? Those Muslims, I think they kill a lot of people. Hey, those Jews, I don't know, maybe Hitler did nothing wrong." And they'll say stuff like that to you, and they're trying to get a reaction out of you. They're trying to get you to say um, something bad, and then boom, they caught you. They proved that you are anti-Semitic or you are racist or you're sexist or something like that. Well, they have a whole collection of these. A lot of you guys fell for it. It's like, go to #Comicsgate Exposed and you'll see they all tried to get you. They tried to get me too. They tried to do it this way. They said, "Hey, Cyberfrog is the second coming of Keck, or Keck's." They said, "Hey, Ethan, you realize that Keck sent Cyberfrog or something like that," and I just ignored them because it was dumb. But yeah, so that was the whole thing. Like, I was supposed to go, hell yeah, totally, Chatelet or something. And then they got me. They proved it. They proved it. Cyberfrog is all right. I mean, that's what they're doing. They're so goddamn immature. They're so weird. Uh, yeah. Cyberfrog is a sick design, Chili Peanut. I think it's great. I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong. That there's. I'm not saying like the whole Kekistani thing. Look, it's a funny meme. Go do it. I understand it's not alt right. It's not meant to be racist. I understand that, but most people don't understand it, and they think it is racist and alt right, and all that stuff. Whatever. Just leave me out of it. Like it's stupid. You know. Um, yeah. It's like it's not really. Ro Kabir Kumar says Kek foresaw Pepe went back in time to give us the Cyber Frog. Yeah, exactly. Like Cyber Frog, of course. Cyber Frog was born before Pepe, but you know, it was some time travel thing. I don't know. Regimal Von Wallet is giving me hell. I'm not. Listen, Mr. Medicare's election night stream was the place to be. Oh, I was watching that this morning. I was watching the Young Turks again. I can't get enough of the Young Turks election night misery. I can't get. I've watched it 100 times. I love it so much. The Cobra Viper, thanks for $5. Make one triple XL T-shirt joke about Uncle Ethan. You're being funny. Make 10K and you're probably a fatty. There you go. Thank you. I love the Young Turks election night. That made me feel so cool. Watching that again, watching them like overconfident and then totally lose their minds uh, when Trump was elected was absolutely fantastic. I can't stand how they all talk the same way. They'll go, uh, they'll say, right, right. Okay, so, listen, there's somebody in a 7-Eleven who was making fun of a Mexican, right? Oh my God, just stop it. You all, like, they all talk like, who's that water buffalo looking guy? What's his name? Chank. Chank Uger. Yeah, they all talk like him. They all imitate him. But that was great. Ragamont Mond Von Wallet says no comment on the moral gang. LOL. Uh, no, I listen. It's not moral. It's that's how I feel. It's like I don't virtue signal. I don't signal virtue. I'm not interested in signaling virtue. I tell you how I feel. If you call that moral, gang, then that's up to you. Um, yeah. Coronas, thanks for a $1.99. Cent Uger is actually 3XL on a good day. Uh, honestly, he's got to be 5XL. He's got to be. Yeah, I am virtue. Gojira $5. The Young Turks is like a high school clique on a panel show on the high school wide CCTV broadcast. They suck, except for that one dude. They got the dude from Turner Classic Movies on there. They got the dude from Turner Classic Movies. I'm like, what is he doing there? Oh no, he's a Young Turk. That dude knows a lot about movies. I admire him. Totally bummed out. Yeah, I've seen Anna Kasparian talk about how she's better. I am better than you. You are garbage. How do people watch that? Like, here's the thing. Here's how you know SJWs are like weirdos and clones and less than human because they watch that and they go, yeah. Like they watch that. How can you watch that unironically? How can you watch the Young Turks and think that it isn't, what it is? It's just propaganda. I mean, how can you watch that and be like not disgusted or laugh? They're horrible. They're always angry. Yeah, I don't know. All right, look, this has been going on now for an hour and a half. You know what it's time for. You know what it's time for. Yeah. Time to clear out the chat. That's right. Funeral's over, the mourners have gone, the weeping and tired nerves. I didn't know you, but when a funeral's on, I come for the hors d'oeuvres. And I don't know, there's a heaven now, looking down on us today. But if ghosts are real, and you are here, there's something I wanna say. That you look sexy in your coffin. You look like Sarah McLachlan. You look sexy in your coffin. So rest in peace. Nobody told me when I was a kid, it's no big deal, but I wish they did. Bobby Drake is gay. Thanks to Jean Grey, Bobby Drake is gay. Pablo Hidalgo is where JJ's call goes about the Lucasfilm universe. I could curse when I think about what he did to Luke Skywalker. Pablo Hidalgo, where did your balls go in Kathleen Kennedy's purse? Nothing's worse than thinking of that woman as your mom. Solo's a bomb, and it's because you're SJWs. Wait. That movie really sucked. Pablo Hidalgo. Lucasfilm Story Group is totally cocked. Oh no. Stupid. All right, ready? Last song, and then I've gotta go get back to work. You and I thought we fly to Rio for dinner. We must have been high, but you and me and another 3 friends of yours crashed, George, Mike, and Emily. And now there's nothing to eat except for the meat that once was your friends who lived up the street. And I saved the last piece of George for you, though I gorged on the other 2. I saved the last of George for you, and I saved the last piece of George for you. He was vegan, so he's tough to chew, but I saved the last of George for you. You were so right the other night when we disagreed if there'd still be room for Dwight. Now we'll make amends when our dinner day ends, but I gotta say, you've got great taste in friends. And I saved the last piece of George for you, though I gorged on the other 2. I saved the last of George for you, and I saved the last piece of George for you. He's kosher if you are a Jew, but I saved the last of George for you. Asleep, that's when I creep and I lick all the butter in your fridge. When you are not awake, I unwrap your Land O'Lake and I lick all the butter in your fridge. The butter in your fridge. The butter in your fridge. So have some parquet. It contains my DNA from when I licked all the butter in your fridge. And have a pat of blue bonnet. I practically spat upon it when I licked all the butter in your fridge. Thanks a lot. See you later.